Pravin Gordhan has been a name synonymous with power and influence. What lifestyle is he living? We're getting into a politician's lavish lifestyle, his family life, and his surprising net worth in 2024. This is going to be revealing. To bring you the full story, our team went the extra mile, scouring trusted sources like Bloomberg, BBC, and the Financial Times. Stay tuned until the very end, because we'll reveal the surprising controversies surrounding his wealth and why this story is shaking South Africa's corridors of power. Let me first give you a background on how this politician started. Pravin Gordhan, a towering figure in South African politics, was a man of many roles: a pharmacist, anti-apartheid activist, skilled negotiator, and reformist leader. Born in Durban, South Africa, Gordhan rose to prominence as a beacon of hope and resilience during one of the most tumultuous periods in the country's history. His life was marked by relentless dedication to public service and a steadfast commitment to justice and equality. Gordhan's political activism began during his pharmacy studies at the University of Durban-Westville in the late 1960s. In the 1970s and 1980s, he became a central figure in organizing student movements and civic structures against apartheid. His involvement with the African National Congress, ANC, and the South African Communist Party, SACP, placed him at the forefront of the liberation struggle. Despite being detained 3 times by the apartheid regime, Gordhan remained undeterred. He played a pivotal role in the Natal Indian Congress's boycott of elections in the 1980s, and later became a key participant in underground ANC operations. His courage and leadership were instrumental in mobilizing resistance against systemic oppression. As apartheid crumbled, Gordhan's expertise became invaluable. He co-chaired the Convention for a Democratic South Africa and the Transitional Executive Council from 1991 to 1994, paving the way for South Africa's first democratic elections. He was also integral to drafting the White Paper on Local Government, which laid the foundation for the country's post-apartheid governance framework. In 1996, as chairperson of the Parliamentary Constitutional Committee, Gordhan oversaw the implementation of South Africa's progressive constitution, one of the most comprehensive in the world. His efforts didn't go unnoticed, as he was appointed finance minister in 2009, a role he held until 2014, and then again in 2015 during a financial crisis that rocked South Africa. Gordhan became synonymous with stability, discipline, and resistance to corruption, standing firm against widespread state capture under President Jacob Zuma's administration. Gordhan held several key ministerial roles, including 2 stints as South Africa's Minister of Finance, where he championed fiscal discipline and stability. As Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs and later Public Enterprises, he tackled complex challenges, including restructuring state-owned enterprises. He was a vocal critic of corruption during the era of state capture under President Jacob Zuma. His unwavering stance made him a target of political attacks, but he remained steadfast, testifying against corrupt practices at the Zondo Commission. Pravin Gordhan's contributions were widely recognized. He received honorary doctorates in commerce, law, and business administration from leading South African universities, reflecting his profound impact on governance and public administration. In his later years as Minister of Public Enterprises, Gordhan faced scrutiny for challenges like Eskom's power outages and the restructuring of South African Airways. Despite criticism, his commitment to public service never wavered. In the midst of his battle and being an activist, Gordhan's life was cut short. Veteran cabinet minister Pravin Gordhan passed away at the age of 75 after a brief but courageous battle with cancer. He died in the early hours, surrounded by his family, lifelong comrades from the liberation struggle, and closest friends. The family shared that Gordhan spent his final moments at peace, bidding farewell with a sense of fulfillment. His words, "I have no regrets. We have made our contribution," reflected a life of service and dedication. Gordhan is survived by his wife Vanitha and their 2 daughters, Anisha and Priyesha, who have expressed both grief and pride in his legacy. The family shared that although his passing was a profound loss, they found solace in the extraordinary impact he had on South Africa's democratic journey. Having retired from politics earlier in 2024 to spend more time with his loved ones, Gordhan had recently enjoyed quality time with his family, cherishing these precious moments. Born on April 12, 1949, In Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, Gordhan led an exceptional life of struggle and service. A qualified pharmacist with a degree from the University of Durban-Westville, he later pursued a postgraduate diploma in economics at the London School of Economics. From the 1970s, he became a steadfast member of the ANC and SACP underground, enduring 3 detentions by the apartheid regime, including 160 days of solitary confinement in 1981. Gordhan played a critical role in South Africa's transition to democracy. As co-chairperson of the Transitional Executive Council, he helped prepare the nation for the 1994 elections. He also participated in the historic Codisa dialogues that paved the way for the country's first democratic government. Throughout his career, he held numerous prominent positions, including Finance Minister, Public Enterprises Minister, and Commissioner of the South African Revenue Service, SARS, where he was lauded for enhancing revenue collection and modernizing the institution. The loss of Gordhan leaves a void in South Africa's political and social landscape. However, his family remains steadfast, taking pride in his immense contributions to the country. They described him as not just a public figure, but a devoted husband and father who balanced his responsibilities with profound love and care for his family. His life serves as a lasting inspiration for future generations. Before his death, Gordhan's net worth was a mystery, but his investments were later revealed. How much is he really worth? Pravin Gordhan, a seasoned politician and former Minister of Public Enterprises in South Africa, has not only made a significant impact in public service, but also built an impressive investment portfolio. Valued at approximately R$89 million, his investments span some of South Africa's largest and most reputable companies, as well as internationally focused exchange-traded funds, ETFs. His holdings include shares in blue-chip giants like Sasol Limited, Absa Group, Standard Bank, Vodacom, and Shoprite. He also has substantial investments in internationally linked firms such as Johann Rupert's Richemont, British American Tobacco, and Anglo-American. Gordhan's investment strategy includes diversification into property through Growthpoint Properties, Hyprop Investments, and Storage Property Rate, as well as ETFs such as the Satrix Nasdaq ETF, Signia Itrix MSCI US ETF, and Signia Itrix Eurostoxx 50 ETF, which focus on US and European markets. Alongside his financial portfolio, Gordhan owns a R3 million flat in Durban and has received various gifts from international dignitaries, showcasing his global connections and influence. Despite his financial transparency, including adherence to parliamentary ethics by declaring his assets, Gordhan has faced criticism for his role in overseeing state-owned enterprises such as Eskom and South African Airways, which have struggled under his tenure. As the shareholder representative for these entities, some argue that he could have provided better oversight to prevent their decline. Gordhan's financial disclosures reflect a careful and strategic approach to wealth building, balancing his public service legacy with a solid personal investment strategy. His portfolio, excluding his pension with the Government Employees Pension Fund, highlights his pragmatic approach to financial security while maintaining accountability and public trust. This dual legacy of public service and financial acumen positions Gordhan as one of South Africa's most transparent and financially savvy leaders. Pravin Gordhan's legacy is one of resilience, dedication, and unwavering service to his nation. His contributions to South Africa's democracy and economic development will be remembered for generations. If you enjoy learning about the lives, legacies, and luxury lifestyles of prominent figures, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive insights and updates on celebrity luxury and success stories.